Chuck, this is part 2 of golf lesson on December 10th, 2024. This is after we went through a few drills and talked about the fact that this is the after version of after the lesson, and this is really a good swing. Okay, you can play all day long with this. There's a couple of things I'd like to refine, but we got to get it consistently on plane, and we'll go through the details of what that means in a bit. Okay, so we'll pause this, and we'll get to the before and after. Contrast purposes, the one on the right is before we did anything and talked about what we want to refine first, and we'll go through in a bit, but you can just see what's going on here. Okay, so now let's get back and look at details about what's going on and why the one on the left is way better swing. Okay, so you take away, that's not a bad takeaway. And, the good news is, see that these yellow lines represent the swing plane. Now, the actual swing plane is the line a plane that's parallel to these yellow lines. I could draw a million yellow lines. It doesn't have to be on one or the other. It just has to be parallel to these yellow lines. So the shaft is slightly steep, but you can live with that on the way back. You can't live with the way down. So you get to this point, and you get up here, and you come flashing down in here. Okay. So we'll go through step by step. So this is about. This is fine. You can live with this. It's called position 2. Let's take a look here. So this is way better position 2 here on your improved swing. Okay, so then we get up. Let's try to sync these things now. So now we get up to left arm parallel to the ground. I'm sorry, right arm parallel to the ground. And it looks like, oops. Okay, you can see the one on the one on the left is still on plane. The one on the right is getting steeper. Okay, so then it gets to the top, and this isn't a bad position to the top. It's not great, and they're very, very similar. Okay. Okay, so this look on the one on the left. That right arm is parallel to the swing plane. The shaft is close to the swing plane, and again, when it gets, at the very top, if you went back further, it would be still reasonably on plane. Okay, so here's the kiss of death. When you start down on the one on the right. Let me see if I can sync these things. So you start down and see how it gets drastically steep in relation to the yellow line. And when it gets to, remember, this is the guidepost where it gets to here. In reality, the shaft should be right along the forearm. Okay, this is in the other video, but I'm just drawing it here for comparison's sake. And you've got it on the solid red line. Okay, huge difference. Now look what happens on the after swing when you come down. Whoops. After swing. When you come down, this is what you got to practice on in the mirror. See how the shaft. Let me get this. Let me give you. Okay, so we have a new model. It's the swing on the left is your new model. Forget the Woods model. So I'll give you a copy of that. Whoops. Let me draw this. So again, the thing we want to look in the mirror is we want to get to this point each time where that shaft, I'm just drawing the red line over it, and here it is here. So you can play all day long if you get the here. So that's the first guide point. I'll give you a copy of that. And the next one, the next guidepost is when you get here. See how the club head is slightly behind your hands, and look at the one here. Okay. When the shaft is parallel to the ground, the club head is here. This is a death move. Club head's here, and this one, the club head is like here. Okay. Now, the advantage of this is now you can just rotate through, which you do really well. You can rotate through and hit the ball. So let me give you a copy of this. So those are the two guideposts, and your practice is just look in the mirror and see where these guys are. So now you can't tell it, but if you look at the left elbow, the left elbow, the one on the right, see it's outside the body, and it just kind of floats, and I'll show you that at the angle. So it just kind of floats. This is a bad angle, but I'll show you a better angle. And this one, see from behind, see how that left elbow gets, the knob of the left elbow is pointed at your left hip. So that's going to keep it on plane, whereas this, see how that left elbow is pointed out this direction? So it's a big deal. So both these swings from here on, not too bad. Okay, so you're throwing, and this turn through is really good. I mean, it's like 15 handicap, 10 handicap. So all we do is get right to here, and that's your best drill, is get to here and just swing through. Yeah. So it's on, and this is the top of the backswing. This is really a good position. There's some things we'd like to refine just a bit, but it's not causing any problem. But see how that right leg, right knee is kicked in. That's really good. And there's no sway of the body. That really looks good. The head's rotated, which looks nice. So from this angle, this is you can't really see the out of plane problem, but you can see why that left elbow is floating as it comes down in here, and it gets about in here, right about the circle. You should see the shutters behind them. See that white? Okay, that's tips of the shutters. At this point, when the hands are parallel to the ground, good players have their back elbow like about in here. So the knob of the elbow is, if you can see the other side of it, is about there.